Okay. All right. Anyways, take Q. How are you? I'm going to be putting this up on the blog later this afternoon, take Q. So you don't really need to worry about taking exact notes of what I'm saying. All right. Anyways, what I want to do today, I've taken some stuff from some of your paragraphs, from all my classes' paragraphs, to try to give you guys some examples of what it exactly is that I'm looking for when I'm asking you to write these things. Okay, topic sentences, supporting sentences. All right, I didn't do any concluding sentences, but I think you can pretty much get the gist of what I'm talking about. And one thing I want you to kind of notice as we go through this, the examples that I've chosen here, not all of them are grammatically correct. All right, there's some grammar problems with some of them. There's some spelling problems with some of them. There's word choice, verb tense problems. But I didn't choose these because of the grammar. I've chosen them because they pretty much represent really strong examples of writing. Okay? So what I want to go through, this is from the rubric. What I'm looking for the topic. The topic is extremely clear. What the paragraph is going to be about. What that means, I don't think that was a problem in this class, but I've had some classes where students are writing stuff like this. Gary teaches English composition. Okay, so here we've got Gary is one topic, teaches English composition is another topic. So it's not really clear what the paragraph's going to be about. Is it going to be about Gary, or is it going to be about a class that Gary teaches? Okay, and what I want the topic to be really, really clear. And then the controlling idea, it's extremely clear what the paragraph will say about the topic. Okay, again, extremely clear. We want this to be extremely clear. And then also, it's certain that the paragraph is going to be interesting to read. That's really important, okay? Because you guys have to write one paragraph, but I have to read 140 of your paragraphs, okay? And it's not just about me reading 140 paragraphs. It's when you write something, you should try to make it interesting. You should try to make it quality writing, because no one wants to read bad writing. Okay, no one wants to read bad writing, myself included. Right. So you want to start with a clear topic and a clear and interesting controlling idea. All right. This is pretty clear. You text, you drive, you die. All right. This is not a topic sentence, but you get the message. Okay. The message is really clear. All right. And it's really interesting because I want to live. All right. So this message has relevance to my life. All right. Not really, because I don't drive. So I've taken some example topic sentences. All right. Kant's education viewpoint centered on three categories, which are nurture, enculturation, and moralization. Okay. Earlier I said some of these, really they should have an AL, Kant's educational viewpoint. But I'm not really that interested in that. That doesn't really, I understand what this is saying. And the writer could have just gone here and just said, okay, Kant's educational viewpoint centered on three categories and stopped, okay? And if you look in your book under the topic sentence for these missing word paragraphs, that pretty much covers what it says. But the writer goes on and tells me what those three categories are going to be. Nurture, enculturation, and moralization. Okay. Now I have a very, very clear idea what I'm going to read about. And it's something that's going to be interesting to me. Okay? It's something that I can be interested in. It's specific, it's clear, okay, I understand it. The next one, Chol Suan is the founder of OnLab. Okay, now this is not two different topics. Okay, it's the same. It just tells me a little bit more information about this person, about what does Chol Suan do. He's the founder of OnLab, the biggest security software company in South Korea. Okay, again, this comment should be stock change, but I don't care about that. All right. This tells me more information about this, okay? It gives me more information. Now I've got extra information. The controlling idea, Chol Suan is the topic. The controlling idea made a huge contribution to cybersecurity in South Korea, okay? Now, that's interesting, okay? I know it's going to fit where it's got to have several points, and it's going to be something very interesting, and it's very specific, it's very clear, I understand it, and I know I'm going to learn something by reading this, okay? Let's go to the next one. Louis Pasteur is principally known as the father of microbiology for his contributions to substantiating the biogenesis, contriving the pasteurization, and familiarizing prevention of epidemics. Okay. A lot of information there. Again, it's, you know, it could be contributions to biology, but the person basically went further and explained what I'm going to read about in this paragraph. Okay, I'm going to learn about biogenesis, pasteurization, and prevention of epidemics. Those are three very specific, clear, interesting things that this paragraph is going to say about Louis Pasteur. Three very clear things that he's done. And it's something I can read and know that I'm going to enjoy reading. Then this. The topic sentence, it's not always the first sentence, okay? If we look at this, without C++ programming language, one cannot discuss about information and communication engineering, okay? This is not the topic sentence. This just introduces, all right? The topic sentence starts here. As a creator of C++ programming language, Bjarne Stroustrup has made huge contributions to the IT field since C++ provided capabilities for object-oriented programming. This right here, this introduces the topic sentence. The topic is Bjarne, and the controlling idea is the contributions to the IT field. But it's very clear, it's very specific. It's this paragraph really it isn't that much longer than this. But in these two sentences, it's filled with information. It's filled with specific, clear information that there's not a lot of, there's no wasted space here. There's no waste here. Okay, there's no superfluous, you know, the color of his hair, how much money he makes, any of that. It just basically, it's talking about his contributions, okay? And I like this. This is really very good. Clear topic, clear controlling idea. Then the supporting sentences. The reasons and examples given are plentiful, clear, and specific. This is from the rubric that's on the blog, okay? And each supporting sentence relates to the main idea of what the writer means to say about the topic, clearly proves the controlling idea, and none of the sentences introduces a new topic. If we keep going here, okay, here's a topic sentence. Cesar Ritz's 3 strategies to succeed in hotel management are exhaustive market segmentation, notice guest needs, and unrivaled management philosophy. Now, I've chosen the second reason, notice guest needs. Now, to be really honest, this could be reworded, all right? This is not great wording here, but it's not what I'm interested in. What I'm interested in comes next, which are these supporting sentences for that, okay? This reason that he notices guest needs. Beyond granting a guest request, he tried to give them what they needed before they even asked for it. Thoroughly observes the guest, provided a differentiated service by their preference and habit. These Ritz's flair and ability to understand other people made a positive impression on the hotel. Is the wording of this, there's a lot of verb tense errors, there's a lot of kind of small, minor errors, but overall, the sentences, they tell what's happening. There's no new topic here. It explains clearly. It proves the controlling idea. And that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking at these supporting sentences. Here's another one. Zuckerberg has 3 special success principles: the power of the organization, partnership, and challenging spirit. Here we go. First of all, he said, a high value on the powers of the organization. He explained in the hacker way. When people heard the word hacker, the majority had a negative feeling. But that means positive power for him. For instance, Facebook's employees have been implementing Hackathon once in a few months. Hackathon is the abbreviation for hacker and marathon. They have a continual efforts to improve, and they quickly provide service that consumers demand through the endless meetings. In the process, Facebook's timeline was born. Okay? Now, if you look at this, it's talking about the power of the organization. So the writer goes on and gives very clear the hackathon. What is the hackathon? It's the abbreviation of hacker and marathon. What are they doing? They're trying to improve. They try to provide service for consumers. Why is it important? It tells us a story. Why? It tells us how Facebook's timeline was created. Okay? It gets a very clear, specific, and it's very interesting because before I read this paragraph, I did not know how Facebook's timeline was created. But now I know through this. And this is what I'm talking about. I want you guys to tell me something clear, specific, okay? And every sentence in here backs up. They're all related. They're all relevant. They don't introduce new topics, okay? Each sentence flows in a logical fashion, all right? The next one. Try to add a variety of simple, compound, complex sentences, okay? I didn't add any simple sentences on here. But if we look at these sentences, milk has a number of vitamins, okay? We've got a complex sentence. We've got an independent clause with a dependent clause. And that is joined together with a compound sentence, okay? So it should undergo pasteurization, okay? So we've got a complex compound sentence here, okay? Which is good, all right? We've got another one coming up, all right? In Samguk Yusa, there's a story about Gojo-san, the first kingdom of Korea. And this story contains legend of Dangun, who was the founder of Gojo-san. Again, we've got a compound, we've got a subject, verb, comma, fanboy, and subject, verb. And then we've got that joined together with a complex sentence. So it's a compound, complex sentence, which basically is showing me that the writer is putting some care and thought into what they're writing about. Here we've got just a really, really excellent. We've got a complex sentence followed, joined together with a compound, and then at the end, another complex. So we've got a complex, compound, complex sentence here. I really, honestly, I'm not really a big fan of big, long sentences, but this kind of sentence, I'm really a big fan of because it shows me that the person, the writer, is trying to really join together and add some sentence variety in there. And that's really important. Then the next thing, try to add interesting vocabulary, okay? He excogitated the pasteurization, which is heating beverages at a low temperature. What does excogitate? It means to think out, okay? To work out in your mind. Okay? He wanted to debilitate their function, revise the process, which is still widely used, to debilitate, to impair the strength of, to make it, to weaken. From the same paragraph, okay, from the same paragraph. So I asked the student, I said, how did you find these words? And he was like, well, do you remember when I showed you guys about the thesaurus? And I had the word interesting up here, and I showed you all the different, the Merriam-Webster's, and it showed all the different words. What he did is the student took these words from the Naver dictionary, plugged them into the Merriam-Webster's thesaurus, and came up with this. Found interesting vocabulary, used it correctly, and it just shows me that this person, you know, was really putting some care and some thought into what he was writing. All right, and in the syllabus it mentions care and thought. Okay, but that's important. All right, and then finally, this is not really a problem in this class, but I do want to go over it. Okay, follow the directions. All right, when I ask you guys to email me stuff, all right, if you send me something by like Hansoft or you know or into your email, all right, then I have to do a bunch of things. I have to download your Hansoft, okay? I have to open up a new MS Word document. I have to put your class number, your name, your ID, the name of the assignment. Then I have to paste from there into this new document. Then I have to email myself your document. Then I have to move it into the proper folder, because in my Gmail I have all of your classes in different folders so I can find them easily. After that, I have to go back to my computer. I have to delete your Hansoft document, delete the new Word document, and then I have to go grade it. If you just send it to me the way I want, with your class number and your name and ID and the name of the assignment, then I can just move it quickly to a folder. And when I get to your folder, and as I'm grading your assignments, I can just open it up and start working on it immediately. But if I do this, it takes 3, maybe 4 minutes. And for the midterm, I only subtracted 1 point because I didn't really, explain to you guys. But in the future, if I get this kind of stuff, Hansoft, or where I'm having to go to your blog and download it for you, or copy and paste for you, then I'm just going to start taking off points for every step of the process, okay? And it can be a lot of steps. Like I called it 6 here, but really it's about 9, okay? All right? Any questions about any of that? No? Hold on.